It's a slightly overcast day here in Kentucky, which is the perfect conditions if you're searching for salamanders. In the United States, there are 186 different species. And the good news for us is that here in the Southeast, 102 of those salamanders can be found. So what we're gonna do is, as a team, flip multiple rocks and see how many of these slimy amphibians we can come across. We're gonna search all along this cliff face, and with any luck, this is gonna be one successful salamander scavenger hunt. All right, guys, let's start flipping. Oh, got a salamander, guys. That is the long-tailed salamander right there. Now, the easiest way to identify this species is the length of the tail, hence the name long-tailed salamander. They're also orange in coloration with all this black speckling. And what's cool is these are closely related to the cave salamanders that we have featured before. Now, with each salamander that we come across today, we're gonna try to get a really cool macro B-roll shot. You can't truly appreciate the beauty and magnificence of a salamander unless you can be right there next to it. And what's cool is that this is a lungless salamander species, which means it's absorbing all of its oxygen through its skin. Like all salamander species, the long-tailed is a voracious predator. They will eat pretty much anything that they come across. If it fits in that mouth, it is fair game. Okay, that's our first salamander of the day. And it's very important to place the amphibians right back where you found them. Away you go. All right, let's see if we can find some more salamanders. Look at this, look at this, look at this. I don't know if it's a fish or a salamander.
Oh man, that's a salamander.
That's a salamander?
Pretty sure. Just make sure it doesn't go in a burrow.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me get my hand down underneath here. Yes, that's a red salamander.
Oh,
no, it's
man.
a mud salamander. It's a mud. That's a mud.
Mud
That's a mud.
salamander?
Grab him. Don't let him go.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Oh, got him.
Nice.
Oh, that's a rare one?
Yeah, that's one a lot of people love to see.
Wow, look at that. A mud salamander.
Yeah.
Very robust body. I thought it was a red salamander just with seeing the tail. Whoa, that is good size too. Like the name suggests, they will bury down in the mud very, very quickly. This is a fossorial species. They love staying in that moist, muddy environment and not one that is really easy to come across. Now, one way to tell the difference between a mud salamander and a red salamander is that the red salamander has a goldish eye, while the mud salamander has a muddy brown eye. What's cool about the mud salamander is it has a very robust body structure. They do get a little bit bigger than this, but this would be considered a full-sized adult. Okay. Our second salamander is officially caught and recorded. Let's keep searching. We're doing pretty good so far. We're moving away from that rock face, moving deeper into a forested area where Tim says we'll find some of our next species. Now, this pine forest, despite looking dry, actually retains quite a bit of moisture. So any logs or rocks that are flat to the ground, like this one here, may have salamanders under them. I see worms. That's a really good sign. Where you find worms, you're likely to find the salamanders. I just heard Tim call out from the distance. He's got another salamander. This will be our third one of the day. Oh, look at that. Yes. Is that a slimy salamander?
It is.
Wow. Good find, Tim. I got him. Oh, he's quick. That, stay, is a slimy salamander. Now, they're called slimy salamanders because as soon as they feel as if a predator is threatening their existence, they will secrete a very sticky slime, so much so that it will gum up the mouth of anything that is trying to eat it. In some instances, will even choke and kill its attacker. Easy to identify given its speckled patterning. Whoa, it is fast. I'm gonna balance onto it there. All right, actually, Tim, get out that little container real quick. Let's see if we can get this guy to calm down. Trying to just run up and into my jacket here. I see you're trying to stay hidden. Oh yeah, I can already feel that it is super sticky. Wow. All right, let's get it moist here. There you go, buddy. Whoa, that is cool. Look at how fast it's capable of moving. Now, whenever handling any salamander species, it's important to carry a small little plastic container with you with a small amount of water. What you don't want to do is dry the salamander out. Remember, amphibians secrete a mucus from their skin to keep themselves moist, and the less of that moisture you can suck into your own skin, the better it is for the creature. And when we're actually getting the B-roll shot, we want to be as still as we possibly can. No sudden movements. Salamanders' bodies are incredibly durable, and many of the salamander species in this area are capable of actually dropping their tails just like a lizard, so we have to be very careful when we handle them. You never want to pick up a salamander by its tail. Now, the slimy salamander is one of the most common salamander species here in the southeastern United States. People often misidentify them for spotted salamanders. Both species are black, but the spotted is more robust and has very distinct large yellow spots. These spots are more sparsely spread throughout the salamander's body, and you can see they're almost whitish gold in coloration. Okay, we're gonna place the salamander right back under the log where we found it, but good salamander etiquette is to always place the log back exactly the way you found it. What you don't want to do is accidentally squish the salamander. So getting it right back into its spot like that, then the salamander can scurry back up underneath and it will be totally safe without being squished. And good little guy. There you have it. The slimy salamander, our third of the day. Okay, so we've made our way down this ravine and we have found some pristine creek salamander habitat. Look at this. All of that running water and all of those rocks are super flippable. Whew, just when I thought we had run out of places to search, we find this environment. This is super perfect. All right, Tim flipped another salamander. I guess it's a 2-line.
I got a little guy.
Oh, a tiny one. Still counts, that's a new species. Oh, it's got a little nub tail. Yeah, there's a perfect example of a salamander that lost its tail and is starting to regrow a new one. That's definitely one of the more common stream salamander species. Beautiful. The way to easily identify them is the 2 lines that run down the length of the body. And they usually spill all the way out onto the tail, but this guy doesn't have a tail. That is our 4th species right there. And these salamanders specialize in eating small worms and crayfish larvae. It's definitely the smallest salamander we've come across today. Arguably the most common as well. If you're out flipping rocks in a stream in the eastern United States, there's a good chance you're going to flip up a 2-line salamander. Salamander right here. Tim, got a salamander. I don't know what it is. It's all black. Blackish gray.
From the looks of it, the speckling on the side, it looks like a northern dusky salamander. Be careful, they're real fast.
Okay. Very cool. All right, Mario, want to get out the B-roll camera? Yep. Actually, this little ledge right here might make the perfect spot to get those B-roll moments. All right, how about that? Our 5th salamander of the day, the northern dusky. Now, this salamander species has an incredible sense of smell. And like all the plethodont species, they have these nasal grooves just behind the nostrils called nasolabial grooves. Incredible sense of smell. These are slightly nomadic predators, very opportunistic, but this is a salamander species that will actually feast upon smaller salamanders. Very sharp teeth, not something you want to run into, but a creature of this size is definitely way too small to bite a human. How are the shots looking? Good. Pretty good? Mm-hmm. Well, there you have it, our 5th salamander species of the day. All right, let's place this one back under its rock and keep on moving. Okay, we are now moving out of the creek environment, up this rather steep hill. We're gonna try to find our next spot, although it does look like the sun is fully overhead. Not real sure that the conditions are gonna continue to be in our favor. These logs look good. Let's see, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its toe. If it hollers, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. All right, we'll go for this one first. Here we go. Could this be our 6th salamander of the day? Some little burrows here. Right here, salamander. Oh, Mario! Mario!
What you got?
Red salamander.
Are you sure?
Yep. Come on, buddy. Look at that. Wow. Very similar looking to the mud salamander, but many more spots, and it actually has a gold iris within its eye. That's one of the easiest ways to tell this species from the mud salamander. Oh, that is a big one. Very robust body structure. And what's unique about this salamander is also has a very short tail as compared to the mud salamander. This salamander is not nearly as vibrant as the mud salamander, and the spotted pattern that runs over the length of the body is much more dense. Well, with the sun directly overhead, the temperatures are beginning to climb, which means our odds of finding salamanders are not nearly as good as they were this morning. But I'd say we did pretty good. Several species in just a few hours. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this salamander scavenger hunt. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave, stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. Hey Coyote Pack, if you enjoyed this salamander scavenger hunt, write in the comment section below and tell us what your favorite species of the day was. Here's a quick recap. Long-tailed salamander, mud salamander, slimy salamander, two-lined salamander, dusky salamander, red salamander.